Mr. Toastmaster, distinguished guests, fellow Toastmasters, good evening.
Good evening.
Many people have asked me the question, why is it important to master the art of presenting as a professional speaker? I always respond with the same answer, because every speaker wants to impact the hearts and the minds of their audiences. By a show of hands, how many of you would like to impact the hearts and the minds of your audiences? Wonderful. There are 3 P's required to build a powerful presentation: passion, preparation, and you have to be polished. Now say those 3 words after me. Passion, preparation, and polished. Say it one more time. Passion, preparation, and polish. Let's start with passion. According to dictionary.com, the word passion means to have an intense desire or a strong emotion. The only way that you can have a strong emotion when you make a presentation is if you're passionate about that subject, if you're excited about that subject, and most importantly, if the subject is personal to you. 2 years ago, when I first became a Toastmaster, I always wanted to be like Oprah Winfrey. Why? Because Oprah always chose topics that made her audience cry, they made her audience weep, they made her audience laugh, and most importantly, they made her audience feel touched by her subjects. How did she do that? During an interview with Stanford University, Oprah Winfrey said in response to the question, "What is your purpose in life?" Oprah said, "Once you connect purpose with passion, you're untouchable. Once you connect purpose with passion, you're untouchable." After I heard that 2 years ago, I realized that's why I'm not choosing the right topics for my speeches. Because I do not know my purpose. Do you know what your purpose is? Do you know what your purpose is? Do you know what your purpose is? Find a topic that is relevant to who you are as a human being. Something that would touch the lives of your audience, not only in the room, but all around the world. Oprah Winfrey, a legend today, has mastered the art of choosing the right topic. You always know you've chosen the right topic if you're excited and passionate about the topic. Why? Because it's personal to you. Work on doing research ahead of time, which brings us to the subject of preparation. Preparation is not only regarding you preparing way in advance, but your resources and blocking movement also involves preparation. In order to prepare for a speech, I typically write my entire speech out on paper, and then I transcribe that to sticky notes. Does everyone know what sticky notes are?
Yes.
Sticky notes are the notes that you see at your desk in an office. They are notes that you can separate and place them wherever you like to put them. Typically, before I go and present the speech, I place my sticky notes in a particular room in my home. It could be my bedroom, it could be my living room, it could even be my kitchen. Sticky notes here, sticky notes there, and sticky notes there. When I place the sticky notes in those different areas, I'm blocking my movement. Just as an actor, such as Spielberg, teaches his actors to remember their lines by movement, that's how I remember my lines. How do you remember your lines? How do you remember words? How do you remember sentences? It takes time to prepare. I typically give myself anywhere from 2 weeks to 3 weeks in advance before preparing a speech. On an average, I practice 5 to 10 times before I get in the spotlight on stage. Just as a director has dress rehearsals for their actors, you too need to have your own dress rehearsal. Which brings me to being polished. Being polished is all about looking good for your audience. You have to look the part. To build a powerful presentation, make sure your suit is ironed clean, your shoes are polished, your makeup is good for the ladies, your hair is perfectly done. And most importantly, you got to smile. Part of being polished also requires that you look at yourself in the mirror before getting on stage. Before getting on stage, I do what's called the final check. I go to the nearest restroom and I look at the tall mirror, make sure that everything is perfect. Excellent, I'm ready for the show. Now you have to, before you do anything, before you get on stage, make sure that there are no distractions, because you don't want your audience to be distracted by something that's malfunctioning in your wardrobe. You want everything to be perfect. You can do that way in advance. Men, you can check out your wardrobe, maybe look like Richard, but anything that you do presentation-wise, people are going to remember that, because what? It takes one opportunity to make a lasting impression. You may never get another opportunity to give that impression. In conclusion, there are 3 essential P's that you must remember in building a powerful presentation. You must have passion